If you could turn into a fly and earn $1 million for every day you survive, how many days would you last? I just turned into a fly, dreaming of surviving a few days to achieve financial freedom, but only a few hours in I was ambushed by a frog. Opening my eyes back as a human, I was still thrilled to see 20,000 in my account. I quickly opened the system to see what animal was next. It's all because I awakened the biological experience system. The system randomly assigns a creature to experience, rewarding you based on how long you survive. Looking at the panel, the second creature the system provided is a carp. Although the daily pay isn't as high as the flies, it's still better than working a dead-end job. As soon as you accept the task, the world spins, and you wake up as a carp. You're larger than the average carp, and after quickly adapting, you start swimming around leisurely. You find a large rock on the riverbed as your home, snacking on small fish and bait from anglers, living quite a carefree life. However, while sunbathing on the surface, an angler snaps a photo, and your massive size soon attracts even more fishermen. To catch you, they dump bucket after bucket of bait into the water, keeping you well fed, while you occasionally surface to show yourself, giving them a bit of hope. This fish won't bite, but keeps popping up to tease us. Is it mocking us? Ignoring the angler's angry roars, you swim back to your den, full and satisfied. Just as you're about to take a nap, you hear a commotion in the distance. Soon a few small fish dart over your head, chased closely by a massive dark shadow. Only after the shadow moves away do you dare to peek out. Even though it's smaller than you, you're just a carp, so you have to be careful around a predator. Once things quiet down, you decide not to rest and swim toward the southeast of the reservoir. There's a giant turtle sitting motionless on the bottom. When I first became a fish, I passed by it and it tried to bite me, but I was agile enough to dodge. That grudge stuck with you, so you circle around, waiting to ambush the turtle when it surfaces for air. But the turtle seems to sense your plan. Seeing you won't leave, it swims into the thick weeds to hide. Seeing it disappear and afraid to enter the weeds, you give up and let it go. But every day after, you patrol the turtle's territory to see if it shows up again. With no sign of the turtle, you just head back to your den to rest. After all, you're just a carp, and there's really nothing else to do. Every day is just eating, looking for the turtle, and messing with the anglers. Then you just watch the system rewards roll in. Today, you visit the big turtle spot as usual. Just as you're about to leave, a sudden scent of blood drifts by. What's going on? Did some unlucky fish get bitten by the turtle? You look behind you and see a familiar dark shadow swimming towards you at high speed. This time you finally get a clear look. Sharp teeth, a long body, it's an alligator gar. Damn, how did this thing get into the reservoir? Without thinking, you swim away as fast as you can. Even though it's smaller than you, its combat power is way higher. Seeing you can't outrun it, you dive into the tall weeds where the turtle usually hides, and the thick plants conceal you. The alligator gar circles the weeds twice, fails to find you, and reluctantly swims away. Watching it leave, you breathe a sigh of relief. You don't dare go back to your lair and swim in the opposite direction instead. You reach the east side of the reservoir, where there are only small fish and shrimp. You rest there until dusk, before carefully heading back home. Early the next morning, you fill up on the bait left by the anglers and are just about to swim around, when you see a figure rushing toward you. A closer look reveals it's that big turtle. The turtle spots you too, but instead of running away like before, it swims towards you quickly. As soon as it reaches you, it pulls its limbs into its shell. Just as you're wondering what's up, another shadow charges from behind. It's that alligator gar. Damn, this turtle is using me as a decoy, right? You scramble toward the deep weeds. But the alligator gar is lightning fast, rushing right behind you and snapping its jaws. You quickly turn and barely dodge, whipping your tail hard against the gar's head. Your 100-pound frame delivers a blow that leaves it stunned. Taking the chance, you swim away as fast as you can. By the time the gar recovers, you're long gone, so it has no choice but to hunt for other prey. You watch from the weeds nearby, and once the gar is far away, you return to find the turtle still crawling on the bottom. Good grief, I finally caught you. Today you're done for. Seeing you charge over aggressively, the turtle quickly retreats into its shell. You sneer, I knew you'd do that. Let's see how long you can hold your breath. But you have to admit, this turtle is a pro. It holds its breath for 5 or 6 hours before moving. As soon as it sticks its head out, you whip your tail at it, and it quickly pulls back in. After dodging, the turtle rushes toward the surface as it's reached its limit and needs air. You lash out with your tail again, and the turtle has no choice but to take the hit. Though its head is spinning, it struggles to keep swimming upward. Without a second thought, you whip your tail again, and the turtle is finally knocked unconscious by your powerful strike. You swim behind the turtle, pushing it toward the surface, deciding to gift it to the anglers on the bank as payment for the bait you've been eating. Just then, the alligator gar suddenly appears out of nowhere. You abandon the turtle and swim away in a hurry, hoping the gar will fight the turtle instead, maybe even leaving them both injured. As you think this, you look back and see the gar ignoring the turtle and charging straight at you. Seriously? I only hit you once. Are you really that vengeful? Just as you're about to be caught, you spot a fishing hook in front of you and instantly come up with a plan. Right as the gar opens its mouth to bite you, you dart away, and the gar snaps onto the hook instead. The bored angler suddenly feels a massive tug on his fishing rod. Whoa, this feeling. Could it be that monster fish? The other anglers keep a straight face, but inside they're screaming, snap the rod, snap the line. The hooked gar struggles wildly in the water, and you watch with a smirk. Serves you right for chasing me. Let's see how you act tough now. The gar's immense strength forces the angler to struggle, reeling and releasing the line for a full half-hour battle. Suddenly, with a snap, the tension vanishes, the angler falls backward, and the line breaks. The other anglers remain calm, but they are secretly thrilled. The gar, now free, resumes its pursuit, and you think, are you kidding me? Again? You have no choice but to swim for your life, planning to pull the same trick once more. After leading the gar around twice, you time it perfectly, dodging at the last second so it bites the hook again. This time, you don't stick around to watch. You swim far away and finally breathe a sigh of relief once you reach your den. That should finish you off, you think, exhausted from the ordeal, and you quickly fall asleep. You wake up the next morning and head to the usual fishing spot to enjoy a nice meal. Suddenly, a rush of water comes from behind. It's that same alligator gar. How are you still alive after being hooked twice? You abandon your food and dash toward the water weeds ahead. But the gar, frustrated by being tricked twice, bursts with extra speed, catches up and bites your tail, tearing off a chunk of flesh. Ignoring the pain, you dive straight into the thick weeds. The gar circles above, afraid to enter the weeds due to potential hidden dangers, but it refuses to give up and keeps patrolling the area. Feeling the pain in your tail, you curse. If only I were a freshwater shark instead of a carp, I'd finish you off in a heartbeat. Finally, the gar loses patience and swims away. Once it's gone, you cautiously emerge to check the area before heading back to your den, exhausted. Just as you're about to rest, you realize the gar has been lying in wait near your home and lunges at you. You quickly dodge the alligator gar's attack, but being hunted down repeatedly has pushed you over the edge. Seriously? You won't let this go, will you? Fine, let's settle this. With that, you charge straight at the alligator gar and slam your body into it. The alligator gar seizes the chance to bite your belly, tearing off a huge chunk of flesh. Ignoring the pain, you charge at the alligator gar once again. You trade blows back and forth until you finally spot an opening and strike its head with all your might. Under your full force blow, the alligator gar passes out again. You are covered in wounds from its bites, thinking, I'm done with this. Keep your $2,000, you're going down today. You power up and slam yourself into the unconscious alligator gar with everything you've got. The massive impact sends both of you flying out of the water and onto the shore. As soon as you hit the land, you feel a suffocating sensation, and the alligator gar starts to wake up. Realizing something is wrong, it flops around trying to get back into the water, but it's all in vain. Soon, the alligator gar stops moving. Ignoring it, you look up at the starry night sky. Is it finally over? A wave of dizziness hits you. After some time, you snap your eyes open and realize you're back in your room. The 10-day carp experience was quite intense, but the more you think about it, the blurrier the memories become. You can't help but ask, System, was all of that just a dream? The system slowly appears. Host, it wasn't a dream. Everything was real, just in a different dimension. The system has certain limitations, causing you to gradually forget memories from your time as other creatures. Why can't I keep all the memories? I've only been through 2 creatures, totaling just over 10 days. But what if you experience a creature for years or even decades? Are you sure it won't affect your normal human life? Hearing this, you suddenly understand. This limitation is actually a form of protection. Alright, system, what's the next creature? The next experience will be in 10 days. The species is a Chinese rural dog. Suddenly, your phone pings with the reward for the carp experience. Checking the time, you are completely shocked. You spent 10 days as a carp, but only 1 night has passed in reality.